morning or afternoon or evening or whenever the heck you're gonna watch this.
Hello, everybody.
We are here.
Yep, Amy M. We had a request to do pizza, so we're gonna make pizza for you today, and we're gonna do 2 different kinds of crust because not everybody has yeast in the house.
So we have one with baking powder instead of yeast because most people can get baking powder pretty easily.
And I will be doing your yeasty dough.
So both pizza doughs only have 5 ingredients, so that's pretty simple. We got flour. We need 1 3/4 cup flour.
My recipe calls for 1 1/2 cup flour, and I like the measure and shake method. Measure, shake it, dump it. You like the measure and shake, Laura?
I kind of pat it down just because I have a bag to do that with.
Oh, okay.
But I like to shake as well. All right, there's our flour. Then we have olive oil, which...
She's pretty nice, olive oil. I have 1/4 teaspoon salt in mine.
She hangs out with Popeye, doesn't she?
She does. A little sugar, 3/4 teaspoon sugar, and 3/4 yeasty. I'm gonna mix that in like this. How you doing over there, Laura?
Well, I just added my 1/4 cup of olive oil, yet I was supposed to add just the salt and the flour and the baking powder.
That's okay.
So we'll work with it. I often do things out of order. Just call me out of order Laura with foggy glasses.
Out of order, Laura with foggy glasses. I need 2/3 cup warm water. So here's my 1/3 cup. Thanks to tea earlier.
I added 1/4 cup olive oil. I'm gonna do you said this was a 1/4 teaspoon?
Yeah.
So I need 4 of these. 4 1/4 teaspoons, which would be 1 teaspoon of salt. 3 and 4.
Now, when you're working with yeast and it calls for warm water, you want to make sure it's not too hot or you'll kill the yeast. Yeast does not like to get hot before you bake it. There we go. I need one of them. Tablespoon of oil.
I'm putting in my baking powder with a 1/4 teaspoon, so I need 8 1/4 teaspoons to make 2 teaspoons. And there we
Now,
go.
sometimes it just looks like this. You can go, that's not enough water. That's what the recipe said. So that's when you go and get a little bit moist.
Mine will be an experiment since I added the oil too early.
Well, nothing wrong with learning from our errors.
Sometimes I find when I make mistakes, it actually turns out better.
All right. This is the first time I've really made this with a spoon. Usually I'm using my KitchenAid.
I'm gonna need to trade places with you, Amy, so I can get to that water over there.
So I'm gonna go wash my hands for 20 seconds so I can use my hands here. Rewash my hands.
Swap places. Keeping our social distancing. As much as I'd love to give everyone a hug, I just do this.
15, 14.
I think this is gonna work out just fine. Gonna pause it.
20 seconds is a long time to wash your hands safely.
It is.
Okay, now that my hands are washed, I'm gonna get in here.
Off to my 20-second wash.
And just make
Which
sure.
I did wash before I even started, but I'm gonna wash again.
Yep, it's important to keep washing your hands when you're in the kitchen. Well, now my hands are sticky and I need to grab the oil, so I'm going to ask for help from a friend. Do I have any friends?
Oh, me.
Oh, can you help me?
How much oil do you need?
Just a splashy-dashity in there. Perfect. Oil your pan. My dough is going to sit for a little bit. Oh, lovely, Laura. Lovely. This is what your texture wants to be. You're going to have it sit for a while. Okay, the yeasty one you want to sit for a little bit. And
Mine, I can go right ahead and start shaping and pushing it down, getting it on my pan.
so I like to put a towel over mine and let it take a little nap for at least 10 minutes. You can go down to the description below and get both recipes. The dough that Laura is making or the dough that I am making today. Whoa. Welcome back. After waiting, my dough is ready to be flattened. Laura is
I'm pretty much in the process of flattening.
flattening hers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this out. I wash my hands. It's super soft. Oh, and usually, you know what I need is just a little bit of flour.
A little bit of flour.
I'm gonna borrow some from this bag over here.
There you go.
Just a little bit. So I'm gonna get some
And it's
flour
just
on my
sprinkle.
hands.
This dough's feeling pretty.
And usually with this dough, you can kind of look at this. Look at that.
Wow.
Did you look at this?
You see that?
Did you look at that?
I started ripping when I was trying that, so I just started pushing down and spreading it out.
Yeah, and you know what? When it comes to us building our pizza, not everybody likes pizza sauce.
I do.
I know I do, but I know Odin does not.
Oh my
So
gosh.
you don't have to use pizza sauce. You can use oil. I brought some spicy jam. I'm gonna use
You
some.
can use pesto.
You can use pesto.
Mix some ranch and pesto together and use a creamy pesto ranch.
Sometimes you just use whatever you have in your house. Hope you're gonna eat all this pizza for us, Miranda.
I don't think so. Maybe. Miranda it.
Oh, I'm hungry right now.
Okay.
All
I'm ready for
right.
toppings.
Well,
I
let's
like
look at that.
pizza sauce, so I'm going to use...
You know what? We should preheat our oven. You should preheat your oven because you want a hot pizza when you.
Have we not preheated the oven yet?
No, but we still have to grate cheese, so that might take us a few. Look at.
I'm going
look
to
at
go
that.
to 400 just to get it going.
I think that's good.
Start.
Okay. We are. I'm going to be using my homemade spicy jam for my topping.
And I'm going to use a silly pizza sauce. I believe I got this at the dollar store.
That's silly.
But it's good pizza sauce.
Hey, it's
and
good.
you know, when you're trying to make your own pizza, you're in a rush, and boom, it's there.
I'm going to be using some things out of the fridge that were left over. So we have some leftover ground beef, a leftover mushroom, and some leftover pepperoni.
I
Yeah,
like extra sauce.
I do too. And might do half and half.
I'm gonna pretty my pizza up with two different sides for sure.
Yeah. That's the great thing about making your own pizza at home is you can do it how you want it. Maybe I'll just do a plain oil side. Oh, a little bit more just for fun. Do this. We're gonna go find the oil. This way you can see how many different options you have. Like Laura said, you could do some pesto mixed, and then you said what else? A ranch mixed with something?
Yeah, sometimes I like to just play around with mixing stuff together, a little garlic and some ranch and some pesto, mix it all up and spread it on there, and it's yummy.
It is yummy.
I need a knife.
All right, I need a knife too.
And I had some green onions in my vegetable drawer that need to be used up, so I'm gonna cut some of those on there.
That's how I got my mushrooms. They are extra.
Yeah, I would have had mushrooms too, but I used those last night. I'm gonna cheese it up first.
I think cutting the cheese is the hardest part.
Cheese, 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 cheese.
So we've preheated the oven. That is going.
And I put it to 500 degrees, so it's gonna be a piping hot oven.
Oh, so if lips in a pie tray or a cookie sheet's hard, get a friend to help, one you live with. Cheese is good for me.
I'm a big fan of the veggie pizza.
Yeah.
I like to put as many veggies on my pizza as I can think of.
Well, I have leftover pepperoni, so I'm gonna
do a half and half. Pepperoni on one side, different veggies on the other.
That's a great idea. I'm gonna cut this in half since I don't have a lot. It's my first paying job besides daycare was a pizza place.
I've got some marinated artichoke hearts,
Yum.
one of my favorites.
I'm gonna have to steal some of your pepperoni just to have mine look pretty.
Okay, I have plenty. Some green onions.
I hope you enjoy this video, Sam. Perez. Is your pepperoni open yet?
It is not.
It is now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, would you look at this?
Just a little bit on the ends over here. A pizzeria.
A pizzeria. Very nice, very nice.
Alrighty. Now for my black olives that are the Katamata olives. Normally I also like using some feta cheese with these.
Yeah.
But I forgot to bring some.
Again, dig in your kitchen drawers and see what you have. Sometimes you already have a can of olives opened up. Sometimes you have 2 sad little mushrooms left.
Yep.
Sometimes you have some taco meat left. And all. Once Odin asked for broccoli on his pizza, so we made that happen.
Yum.
It was really good.
I don't put olives on both sides because my husband Dave hates olives, even though he loves the olive bread that we made last time.
Silly.
I know.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Simple as that, my friends. Look at Laura's. Looks
It's
so pretty.
like doing an art piece.
It is like art. That's why I like making pizza.
Me too. I also like eating pizza.
Me 3. Sometimes I like to take a little bit of cheese and sprinkle it a little bit more on top. And if you have more than one kind of cheese, don't be afraid to do it. You worked hard to grate that cheese, unless it's pre-grated.
That's a good cheese, yeah. You can always buy it pre-grated, but I kind of like grating cheese.
Oh,
We have a phone call. Could it be a candy?
maybe.
Hey, you're in our video. Look who's here. Hi, how's it going? Hey, Candy.
I'm good, girl. I'm good, girl. Our baby goats now? miss you. We're gonna put the pizzas in the hot oven. It's set for 500. And we're doing 2 pizzas. And Candy Cane's
Candy cane's with us.
serving. Just like that. And we'll set our timer. Whoops. We'll check it at 12 minutes, okay? See you in 12 minutes. Let's see if it might not be time, Laura. We'll have to find out. I can't see through the clean oven. Oh, my glasses are foggy.
It's more done.
You think mine's more done?
Well,
It's always hard
this
to
side
tell.
is more done than that
You know
side.
what? We're gonna rotate
Spin
this.
it. Let's spin it.
We're gonna spin it and put it back for a few minutes. We'll spin Laura ours,
Yeah, spin mine too. Yeah.
and we're gonna cut and check. You can either pick it up a little bit and just eyeball it, and if it's not as toasty as you want it, like this is toastier than this side, we're just gonna put it back in there for a few more, and then we'll be back.
And then it's lunchtime.
All right, we should be done.
That looks good.
I need one more grabby grabber. This is hot, so make sure you have good hot pads when you're pulling your cookie tray out or your pizza tray out. And I'll take yours out for you, Laura. 'Cause I got
Thank you.
the hot pads already.
Way over here.
And usually you want to wait till they cool before you cut them. And if you don't have a pizza cutter, you can use a knife and or kitchen scissors.
Yep.
And we're gonna cut this.
I'm going to transfer mine over to a cutting board.
Yeah, we don't have enough cutting boards that will work here, so I'm gonna cut it just on my stoneware. If this was someone else's stoneware, you might want to get permission to cut it before you run a blade through it.
Well, this is easier said than done.
Well, it's good to show that it's not easy all the time.
Yeah. If you guys ever have any issues, then you know I have issues too.
There you go. Little pieces or big pieces, all depending on how you want to eat it. I want to try the side with spicy jam.
Yeah. Now there's the problem with having all these different sides being different is you got to try every single one, which means, well, that's like 4 pieces of pizza.
It's gonna be good.
There we go.
Yeah, lovely. It's still probably too hot for me to try, so I think I'll let it cool a little longer.
A little messy.
Okay. So far I like mine. How do you like yours over there, Laura?
Yum.
My crust is good. It's not too wimpy. It's good. Thumbs up, guys. I hope you try it. If you do try the recipes, say so in your comments.